Hello, my name is DC. I'll be giving a match analysis for Halifax Wanderers versus Valour. Funny thing is that I've actually gone a bit too far forward because it's like, okay, let's get into this. Yeah. All right, so cross. Now, if you have two people near and around the person that's going to be putting in the cross, I don't see the point. If none of you are going to even challenge for the cross, there's no point of two people being here. You're better off just remaining with one, because none of them are in a position for them to cut out the cross, which I do find strange. Like, there's no point of committing all those men going there if they're not going to do anything. Cross in the box. As you can see, there are gaps in the box, but it's something that should be manageable. Now let's see what happens. He goes for the ball. Unfortunately, it hits his teammates. I think this is where sometimes just clear it out corner or just kick it very high up. Okay, one thing you don't want to do is just, if you hit it, you want to make sure the ball goes very far. I do understand his teammate was there, but I think he could have kicked it a bit higher or just at another direction, or just done something else, because you've just allowed it to deflect back in the box, and then he is all alone. And then let's see what he does with the ball. Come on, come on. Slow internet has really been giving me problems, I'm not gonna lie. He's not supposed to make that challenge. I think you can just shield or block him off. That isn't really necessary, because now he's on the ground and then there's nothing he can do. Mistake after mistake, and he's upset. Yeah, he knows that this is a very preventable goal, because it starts all the way from the wing. No one wants to close the man down or actually put pressure on the person crossing the ball. Someone clears it terribly into his own teammates. The other guy goes down way too quick, and then it just leads to a goal. Now here's a chance that I want to talk about. Alright, so here he has centre back is in space, and he just decides, let me play it long, in which there's no problem there. And for a team that's supposed to be pressing, there are about 5 bodies here, and I don't know if it's supposed to be a pressing trap whereby if they allow them to play through, but I feel everyone is just way too far if you're going to commit this many men, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You think they'll be a bit more organized, or I don't know. That is something I've noticed. Then the ball, he plays it long. This is another case of football can be very simple. Look at the distance between these 5 men here and the back line. And then this is what made me so frustrated. As the cross is coming in, right? Oh, slow internet. And as what was he thinking? He could have easily been in a position to chase this down, head it to his teammate, or just take control of the situation. Instead, he ducks his head, and does he not see the man running here? Does he not see the man that's running towards his own goal? The fact that he doesn't even bother to do anything with that cross. For me, it's the fact that he's ducking down. Alright, so it goes to him. The goalkeeper here is stranded, but fortunately enough, the player, he fails to finish. And then look at him. Let's pay attention to the guy that's here. Look at what he does. He's upset because why did you leave that? And this is not the first time I've seen it in this league where someone just leaves a ball looping over his head. Alright, so here once again, and as a wise man once said, someone else telling someone what to do. A goal will be scored in the next 5 seconds. Alright, so he goes here, which is okay. But now this is not okay. This is too much of a space, and then you can tell that he's going to play in the cross anytime soon. He really can. This is just too much of a gap. Anyway, the person decides not to cross the ball. He decides to bring it back, and then another person follows, but no intention to go ahead and try and challenge the player. Because at the point... Oh, it's just slowed down a bit. Yeah. Because at the point that he's gone forward, so which means the ball can be played in behind him as a pass. What's the point of you going here, failing to deal with the situation, forcing another teammate out of position because you're failing to do your job? And then now look at this. Two people going to commit to one ball or trying to block it out, but none of them are in a position to do anything. And they've left this guy here very free, or even just, I mean, what's the point? You're better off just leaving one person deal with it. If none of you are going to take action, like you can only be like trying to block out the cross. You have to commit. See, he plays it in, and because no one, he is so free. And then these two here, they're marking the same person. I mean, they're practically disturbing each other. Because if one was a bit more forward, by more forward, I mean take a few steps, maybe somewhere here, maybe he's able to intercept that pass. But because he's so close to his teammate, these guys just distract each other. Allow the man on the back post to have a free run. Wait, oh, internet, internet, and then goal. I mean, there are just so many spaces. No one wants to mark. They're pretending to mark when you go close to, like when you stand somewhat near someone and then you pretend to block it. But in football, distances are shorter. Time you have is shorter. 7 seconds is a long time. 1 meter is a lot of distance. An arm's length is actually a lot of distance. So, like, I don't know, and this team has not been doing so well of late. This could be some of the reasons. This could be some of the many reasons why this team is not doing this well. Alright, so he does him very quickly. I mean, the defender just he puts himself there. He puts himself in that situation, and then again, he gets done twice. He gets done twice in a matter of, is it what, like 3 seconds, 4 seconds? And then he plays, I mean, come on. This is really what frustrates me. He gets done, right? And then look at how he goes to the ball. I mean, the fact there are 3 players here, none of them decided to go and pressure him. 3 players, none of them decided to go. What's the point? I mean, this team is taking themselves out of the game. They're making themselves concede the goals. And then here, I mean, why is he left alone? Why? And then to make matters worse, I mean, he is even okay. At least number 17 tries to go and do something, but unfortunately, he gets done. He goes in with too much momentum. He's expecting the person to take a shot, and just by that little flick he does. Now let's try and count this. 4 players this side. Once again, 2 players near to each other, not giving each other enough space to probably how can I say this, to protect the area, because these two, I mean, they're too close to each other. One should take a few steps to the other side. He probably could even step forward, and then he is also running towards here. So which means at this point, what you're doing is distracting the keeper. And what you're doing when you do this, I don't know. There's certain situations, but there's always this misconception that you always have to run towards your goal. That when you're in a situation like this, but the problem is when you run towards the goal. Number one, you're crowding the keeper. If one person does it, maybe, but if all of you are going to do it, what you're doing is you're crowding the keeper. You're giving your opponents more space to hit the ball. You're giving them time, and you're also guiding them on where to take the shot, because they know that if they shoot it maybe near your hands or especially on your head, they know you're not going to catch that. They know some players will obviously put their heads down so that ball can go past them. I mean, look at this. Let's see, by the time he takes the shot, and then he takes another touch, and now, perfect. This is the perfect frame. I mean, look at this. All of you're blocking your keeper's view. Any one of these guys could have gone forward to try and block it. And the guy that got done twice, look at where he is. This is the guy that got done twice. Look at how far he is from his goal, and then look at how he has not moved. And then look at, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the box. 8 in the box, and you're getting outplayed by like, oh no, they're like this. This team is in so many problems. He could play to him. He could play to. There's so many things he could do with this ball, but because there are so many people standing near the goal, no one wants to go and block it out. They just say, go ahead, score. Yeah, if you heard a weird sound, something just fell down in the house. And then, yeah. And it's always nice when you see those goals that hit both sides of the post. I mean, these people score on themselves. They really did score on themselves. I mean, just look, 17 gets done because he assumes the person is going for a shot. And then at this point, it just becomes pandemonium. He's going this way. He is in a position that, I mean, they give him. They give him, and it hits both sides of the post. How many times do you see that? A goal that hits both sides of the post. This gives us a better angle. Look at that. And the funny, oh my goodness me. It's because all of them assume that he's going to score this side. This camera gives us a better angle, because look at what he does. Because number two, excuse me, number two, look at where the post is. Look at where number two is. Matter of fact, I think if I do this, yes, I think this does. I think this will show it in a better way. That's if the camera doesn't move. Hopefully. I mean, he practically goes out of the way. As he takes the shot, he goes away from the ball. And both sides of the post. How many times do you see that? I mean, this team is struggling. And you can just see it by the way they are playing. Oh, the line is still there. Alright, long ball played forward. If you look at it, if he's quick enough, they can deal with this. They really can. Alright, so yeah, at this point he's forcing him, but at this, alright, it's one of those things. Let me just show you one of those things I'm talking about. Look at where he is, right? Yeah, he's going back. He's trying to probably try now, avoid the cross. And then look at the way he runs. He's running. He's gone further away from this guy, so which means that he has an intention to probably try and. But sometimes I think you're better off just sticking. I know that he's behind him, but I think he's in a better angle to block any cross towards him than he is in, because he's quite the distance. And the fact that the only way the ball can get played to him is like this, he should have probably stayed with him. Instead, he does this weird thing whereby you're not really sure if you want to commit or you want to stay to your man, so you just find yourself at the center. And then what you do is that you take yourself completely out of the game, because if he goes with him, if he's near him, he has a chance to block, or he has a chance to prevent this player here from receiving the pass. If you go fully commit, go there, you should reach there quicker. But when you're in the middle here, you take yourself out the game. You really do. And then it just leads to a simple cross. Yeah, he took himself out the game, and then he's left his teammate there. Simple tap in and goal. Yeah, Valour have really been struggling, but you know what? They just self-brought problems. Self-brought. People don't want to mark. People don't want to put in that effort. That's what's going to happen. It really is. Otherwise, that's been my match analysis. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.